Hello, love. Yep, you first. Aha. Hello, Sean. Miss Ashley. How are y'all doing today? Oh, I'm just mean as ever. Full of meanness as ever. I'm always looking for some kind of way to get in trouble. Well, what are you having for dinner? You didn't bring us any. Ashley's eating dinner. Love, what do you eat tonight? Yeah, I did. Oh, that's good. Why, Sean? Well, I just wanted her to know we're not going to put up with that kind of crap in this room. I don't care who it is, they take it outside the room. Sort of like being at a bar. You got trouble? Get out of the bar. And I hope Amy didn't think I was running my mouth at her because it wasn't. Yeah, I saw that interview for with Bob Will. Kenny having a good time, Ashley? Well, I hope she took it the way I meant it. Hello, Miss Kathleen Klein. How you doing, Cat? Oh, here's another one. Dang, Janice done got kinky again tonight. She's gonna be tied up, but it ain't gonna be for long. Wonder if she got any of them mink handcuffs. Yeah, no, it's gonna be more in a minute than 15, 20 minutes. That sounds like more fun. Yeah, I guess I'm a contrary old fart, John. They, there's enough drama in the damn world. I've had all I want. I just, these rooms are supposed to be fun. That's what I want it to be is fun. Get a little off color every once in a while, but that's all right. Hello, John. Yeah, I'm wondering that too about Janet. They, Shauna's sisters have, I think she's doing a little bit better, but they found out she does have pneumonia. So that's not a good sign. They didn't seem too concerned about that. Cat, that duct tape be all right, as long as she don't break them bull wheels out. And I think I go with that. Good. Do that here in a little bit. let everybody sort of get in the room and see what's going on. Yeah, I do too, and keep my fingers crossed. Hello, darling. Hello, Amy. How you doing? Ooh, ouch. Don't even sound good. When I was a kid, I wore many one of them damn poppers off the end of a bull. My arm didn't fall off. Ashley, what did Kenny have to say? Is he having a good time? Amy, you got to watch Janice tonight. She done got the handcuffs and the duct tape out and said it should be back in 15, 20 minutes. Gonna be tied up for a while. Well, that's good. I tell you what, you got to take your hat off. I know everybody talks about this community. You got to take your hat off. People to put that trip together for Kenny. He never been able to do something like that if everybody hadn't pitched in. That's right, Amy. Yeah, that's like that cruise he's gonna get to go on. You know, they come out of this community. Good folks in here. Well, until you get around to me, then I know I put sort of a black tint on everything, but I do the best I can. Yeah, looks like it's just about there. Yeah, I'm sort of sick about that. I was supposed to leave after tomorrow. But that's the way it goes. You got to take care of family first. Have any of y'all been out to Quartzsite before? Enjoyed that one time I went out there. I'd like to go back. There's some other things I've read about. I'd like to. Well, did that shake Kenny up, or was that all right, Ashley? Yeah, Kathleen, this little old bitty bulldog I got just about like a little brother now. Amy, you working tonight? Yeah, sure, he'll get hooked up on them four-legged ones. I guess Janice get hooked up on them two-legged ones. She get a kangaroo. My buddy took and bought a couple pigs. I don't know, 5 years. They were going to raise them up and have them. Well, his wife named them. They got word they were the biggest damn pet. And I think finally she wouldn't let him butcher them. He sold them. That one pig weighed 700 pounds. I said, man, that's a lot of bacon you sold. Hmm. Hell, I hope that works out good for you guys. No problem, girl. That's what we were talking about a while ago. This room's going to be for grins and giggles. We're going to have a good time in here. Mm-mm. Ain't that one cat that old, Amy? I thought she might have been married before and we just didn't know about it. I know. I think she's been gone a while, too. Hello, Roy on Becky's Travels. How you doing, Roy? Have y'all headed for Quartzsite yet? Yeah, I saw that. I tell you what, the more I watch Kevin, the more I think he doesn't like crowds very much. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just get that vibe from him. I think he tries to, but I don't think he really likes it. You'll see, 2 or 3 people around, that's fine. And I can't say too much about that. I can catch up on crowds pretty quick myself. Them shepherds are bad about that. That's true, sis. About where you can pick you some chili peppers up, aren't you? It cracks me up. You get out there, yeah, they really are. Get out there and everybody's got a whole string of them peppers on the front porch. Y'all have a pretty good. Y'all run in that wind today, Roy? Or was it blowing out there? Boy, that wind was blowing 30, 40 miles an hour here all day. Hell, I'm with you, Sean. I like small crowds. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got about what, 8 hours left? Something like that. Depending on how fast you're running. Well, I know that I won't get to go out there this year unless it's a major turnaround. If I did, I'd probably drive straight through. Forget about that like button. I tell you what, I'm gonna have to get me somebody to help me make an intro and let them know that I'd like to get some more subs. Maybe that help a little bit. I think you on a second wrap. How kinky them Australians can get. Hold my beer and watch this. I'm gonna try to. If everything works out, I'm gonna try to make a meetup or two. Yeah, I need to play with that. I'm gonna get over to Aaron. Aaron sort of likes to do that kind of stuff if he's got time now, and see if he'll help me make one of them. I don't know him. Yeah, Amy got 11 days till sunblock bikini. Dang, Janet, you must have got tied up in Bob. Well, I would hope so. At least you're not coming back saying, well, damn, I shaved for this. Janice, did you have somebody that you could tell, hold my beer and watch this? There's two things I don't leave home without. That's duct tape and baling wire. And that's getting hard to find. Yeah. Get where you can't hear on this thing. It's dangerous. You mean you just want all natural, huh, Janice, and enjoyed it? Mm-mm-mm. Lord, Lord, Lord. Ashley, Amy, Janice, John, any of y'all want to come up? Okay, I'm not going there. Ooh, cat. You gonna let her get by with that? Good. It's and I posted it, and I just didn't kick it up in the chat. Y'all pretty well keep up with who's online. Is there somebody online this time of the night? Yeah, I clicked it. Yeah. I didn't know if I was bumping heads with anybody. I never did do see anybody online at this time. Well, come on, pictures won't come up. There we
There, no, no.
Hi,
That's Janice.
Ashley and
Hi,
Jeannie.
Janice.
Hey, Janice.
Hi. I feel a lot better after that. I was melting.
That's the ball. That's
Yeah,
the
y'all
ball. You don't want to get him.
It's in the 80s here today.
have you got YouTube muted?
I have.
Ashley, have you got
Is
YouTube
it warm
muted?
there in Australia?
Yeah, it is warm here today. Last time I looked, I think it was 83. I'm just checking. No, it's 81 now. And it's 4:40 in the, or 4:43 in the afternoon.
It's in the 70s here today, boy. It was pretty, but the damn wind was blowing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's steamy here today, if anything.
That's wrong. Just in case you smoke in there.
hey, Ron,
Hmm.
my smoking bother you?
Don't bother me. I think once you get monetized, you got to watch the smoking. You do. Ray saying about it, but I'm not monetized, so it don't bother me.
Smoke on there. You don't have to.
What's up?
I smoke too much.
What's wrong, Janet? Yeah, you and me both. What's the matter, Janet?
Sorry?
Yeah, you act like you're tired tonight.
Me?
You. Anybody else in here named Janet?
No, I guess not. No, I'm all right. I was just hot and bothered, so I went and threw my butt into a shower and peeled off, washed the sweat off.
You done got hot and bothered and got the duct tape, huh?
Yeah, I was melting down my own legs.
You're going to Australia.
Yeah, one
Hello.
day I might come to Australia.
There you go. I'd like to go back down there.
Yeah, it's our summertime now, so yeah.
Is it warm down there?
Yeah, well, I'm in Melbourne, which is southern reaches, and it's, as I said, it's last time I looked at it was 83. I think it's about 81 now Fahrenheit in your terms, which is about 27 Celsius.
I tell you what.
It's in the later part of the afternoon too, so it's actually starting to cool down a bit.
Jim, can you turn your mic down just a little bit? We get an echo off of Ashley
Yes.
talking.
She knows how to work that phone better than I do.
Y'all are plenty loud.
Is that better?
Yeah, that took the echo out of it.
I turned mine down a bit too. Ron, is that all right?
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
What about mine? Is mine loud or?
No, it's deep.
Well, I know it's deep.
Okay to me.
I told you the story about that. I got a reason to have a deep voice.
Hi, Janice.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
My cat. That's my cat's paw.
Oh,
She messes with that thing a lot.
it's just a blur, so I could
Oh,
see
kitty,
something
kitty.
black shaking up and down.
There's the kitty.
I thought you were painting your fingernails or something.
Yeah, there's the kitty. There's the boss.
I should go growling again.
Mm,
He growls a lot.
yeah, Ashley's got a mean pussy by the sounds of it.
He's a boy.
That's a boy cat. He might want a girlfriend or something. I don't know.
Go mean. You bit me
Get him
already.
fixed.
He's a pretty
Cats
cat,
are a
rescue
real
cat.
problem. Cats are a real problem down here.
Is
Feral.
that what his name is?
In Texas, in parts of Texas, there can be a problem too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the rangers, any rangers pick them up, they get euthanized. Unless they're microchipped, but then they have to pay the national debt to get them back.
I need as much as I like to shoot guns. Much as I like to shoot guns, I need to go down there and hire out as one of the government shooters down there.
Yeah,
They quit.
yeah, well, we get taxed up
I got duck my ashes.
for everything here.
Who's Ronald?
Do what?
I say we get taxed up the wazoo here for
We're gonna
everything.
fly to Australia, Janice.
Tell you
Well,
what,
you guys are. If we can get you over here to
Tell her
boost
we
our
want to Steve
economy,
Owens and I'll go
your
for that
exchange rates are
Is
pretty
that
good at the
is it good
moment.
and warm in
I think the
Summertime is.
Aussie dollar is only about 71
She
cents
does.
on the US dollar at the moment. So
is it
your
y'all-
good and warm in Australia?
exchange rates are good. I'm sorry?
Is it warm in
What, Jim?
Australia?
What's in Australia?
Is it hot in
Warm?
Australia?
Yeah, it's about 83 here today.
He's asking how the weather is.
Yeah, about 83 Fahrenheit today. And I think it's as the week progresses, it's going to be into the mid
What's good there? You want
30s.
to? You want to escape the heat, the
Mid
snow?
30s, closer
Yeah,
on
we
the
got
100
snow.
mark.
I hate it.
Yeah, I know. No, you can keep your snow. Yeah, my standard line is I've only ever seen snow once in my life. Yeah.
down here we get snow about every 4 or 5 years we'll get maybe
Well, we
10
need to go to
something.
Australia. You want to pack your bags? Let's go.
Yeah, I need to escape this snow. I hate snow.
Yeah, the cold,
I'm
I
about
mean, not
burned
snow.
out
but
already.
The cold never used to worry me. By crikeys, it does now. Yeah.
The way I feel, Kathleen. If you drove as many miles as me and Kathleen had driven in one of them old trucks through snow and ice and all that stuff, you'd hate it worse than you do. Mm.
I'm,
Have y'all got the cockatiels where you live, Granny?
yep, they're native of Australia.
I've seen some pictures. They get pretty sick down there sometime too, don't they? Get to be big flocks of them.
Yeah, not so much down here in Victoria. They're more central Australia and sort of outback Australia in the wild. But you can buy them at a pet shop too. The domesticatedly bred. Yeah, but and you can get them in different colours. In the wild, they're just the grey with the yellow crest. But we've also got, an absolute truckload of other sorts of parrots as well.
I've seen some pictures of cockatiels just wearing them grain fields out. There just flocks of them just tearing the field plumb up.
Yeah, cockatoos, galahs, corellas, they're all grain-based birds. They're a lot bigger than a cockatiel, of course. Yeah, we get the white cockatoos here and also the corellas over in the park and that you can hear them. And the galahs. The galahs are funny. I mean, they earn their name. Yeah, you get especially in the hot weather and that, if you get a shower or rain, you'll see them hanging upside down on the power lines, having a bath. Yeah, or rolling around in the red grass. Yeah, they're funny as fits.
Yeah, I tell you what, animals are funny.
Yeah.
It's echo off you, Jim.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Are y'all getting the echo off Jim when you talk? Or
Talk, Jim.
How's that?
That's all right to me,
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
that's good.
Is that better?
Yeah.
It's funny here, Ron. A lot of people have the white cockatoos as pets, but their lifetime is, can be up to 60 and 70 years in domesticated, and of course you've got to will the buggers on, in most cases. But a lot of people have released them back into the wild. But the thing is, a cockatoo is easy to teach to talk. And the ones that they've been releasing back into the wild, they've been teaching all the wild birds to talk.
I
like having a kangaroo for a pet.
No, you wouldn't. They're too
Are they mean creatures?
No, not necessarily. Like if you get them very young and raise them young, they're okay. in the main, but they can do a lot of damage to you if they have a mind to. Yeah, they grab you with their arms and then they just rest back on their tail and they'll literally disembowel you. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not the ideal pet. And no, we don't have kangaroos or koalas as pets, in our backyards here. Koalas have a specialised type of eucalyptus that they like, and they're sort of limited to those areas. Kangaroos are a damn nuisance because they're, they can get up to plague proportions in good seasons, so we have to cull them. They're like your deer on roads. If you hit a roo, you put it through your windscreen, the damn thing will kill you. Not to mention wreck your vehicle.
Y'all have koala bears, don't you?
Wallabies.
Wallabies, whatever they are.
Yeah, koalas. They're not bears. Yeah,
Oh.
we do. Yeah, koalas are, as I said, they're localised to specific areas for the types of trees that they, that they forage out of. But the fires that we had back in 2020 just about wiped them out. Yeah, because
we only got 3 types of poison snakes in Kentucky: is rattlesnake, copperhead, and water moccasin.
Timber rattler.
And timber rattler. 4 of them.
Rattlers.
Too many daggone rattlers.
We've got 4 main ones. We've got the taipan, which is generally found up in outback Queensland or the top reaches of Queensland, and we've got the king brown. He's pretty general. We've got the tiger, which is also pretty general, and the red-bellied black, which is pretty general. They're the main 4 that are the biggest issues. But, antivenine's readily available. But the bottom line is you just don't panic. You immobilise the limb if you get bitten. Immobilise the limb and seek immediate attention. Not that I've ever been bitten. I've got a healthy respect for snakes. Put it this way: if I see them, they won't see me, and if they see me, I'll never see them. Yeah. Because
I always believe you.
The bottom line is you just don't. Sorry, you don't sneak through the bush. You just make you don't sneak around, and anything that's of any concern will disappear on you. You'll never see it. It'll disappear before you get there.
Well, have you ever heard of anybody using a stun gun when they get bit by a snake?
No.
Down here, they do a lot of quail hunting, and all these quail hunters carry a stun gun with them. And
It's worse.
They'll get right on that wound if they can catch him when he first gets bit. They'll take that dog and they'll put that stun gun right on that wound and zap him. And for some reason, it contracts those muscles so tight that it squeezes that poison out. And they claim that they've had good luck doing that on rattlers down in South Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny said he was going to come on in a minute, Ron.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, well, I don't think it'd become an everyday item here. Our gun laws are that damn tight. You're rewarded to it, so you'd never see them on the market. That's for sure. The only ones that have them are police.
Ask him. So what time is it? What time?
I tell you what, the snake, like you say, you see them, but most of the time you get bit. It's when you step on one or corner him up or messing with him. I got buddies of mine that they're fixing to go to a rattlesnake roundup here in about 3 weeks. And them people all show up out there and they'll have that big old concrete pit out there, and they might have 3,000 or 4,000 rattlesnakes in that pit. Them guys be out there with them knee-high boots on, walking around in the middle of them,
Yeah. What's the idea behind it? What are they round them up for?
Just thin them out. They get too thick and it gets towns and stuff like that. These are two spots that the big rattlesnake roundups are at. Are real high density places for rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Back when they could use gas, they used to pour gasoline in a den, blow it back in there, and it'd make them snakes come out of the holes in the ground. And when they did that, I think there were some years they were catching 20, 30,000 rattlers there in that pool.
Yeah.
Now, they can't do that anymore. They won't let them use
Well, it's certainly contaminating the soil.
yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
But there's more out there.
No,
There's more oil fields that get oil filled, and you could ever catch up with them, catch a rattlesnake.
the only time I ever had a confrontation with a snake is I skied over one when I was in the river, and that's the closest I've ever come to a snake. It was a red-bellied black, and the wake of the boat actually rolled it. But yeah, but I literally around it with the two. I was on double skis at the time, but yeah, no, that was the closest I ever got to a snake. And I mean, we had property up the country, and you know, on our side we used to get the browns and the blacks, and but just across the paddock, he used to get in the tiger snake. But no, it's again, as I said, you go looking for them, you'll find them. But if you don't go looking for them, and they see you first, you won't see them.
If you want to read a story about cottonmouth, go back to my channel and look up at one video of the kayaks and cottonmouth. That'll make you hump up. I had one crawling a kayak with me.
Yeah. That'd be a case of if it crawled up your damn leg. Yeah. I knew you're long, I knew you're black, but I didn't know you had those googly eyes.
But what was bad about it, I didn't realize that it was the wrong time of the year and those things were breeding. And there were just hundreds of them back in that brush. And I was on the outside edges of the brush when I got into that one. But whew, I knew better.
Yeah, that's when you want to do the Jesus Act. Only don't walk across water, run.
I guarantee I get chills thinking about that one.
Amy wants to nurse a koala. Yeah, there's places here that you can. The the Australia Zoo, I think they have areas, but there's also one here in Victoria where they help raise all the littlies and what have you, and contrary to what you think, their fur isn't that soft. It's not bristly, but it's more coarse than what it looks.
Everybody, especially women, falls in love with the koala on the way they look.
I'll have to. Hang on, if I can find it, I'll have to post it. It'll.
Amy, people don't realize how big
tickle. It'll tickle Amy.
Amy, people don't realize how big the head is on them giraffes, do they? That dead burnt head is huge.
Hang 5, I've got a. Oops. Share. Hang on now. Share screen. Hang on. Let me play with this. I'm trying to work out where it is. Window. There you go. Oh, yeah. Pull that one up for Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Two littlies. Yeah.
They hugging each other up, aren't they?
Yeah.
animals are neat. Y'all have got some different type animals over there than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, well, it's because of our isolation, Ron. We're totally surrounded by water. So, yeah, what's developed here has stayed here. And, you don't get the migration and what have you that you do with certainly the larger animals than that. Hang on, I don't know whether I had anything else. I'm just having a look to see.
Russia and the United States have got a lot of animals that are real similar. But they claim there used to be a land bridge up there, in a Arctic Ocean up there, and so they moved back and forth.
Oh, this one. Sorry, just on a different one. Here's another one. You know how I was talking about the volcanic ash in the atmosphere? Check out the sunset. You should. Hang on. Has it come up? Share.
Wow.
Share. Oh, hang on. No, it was being contrary. Hang on. There you go. There you go. That's a sunset. It's pretty specky, isn't it? That's from the volcanic eruption in Tonga, out in the Pacific. We've been getting some pretty specky sunsets, mostly up north around the Queensland area, into New South as well, and a bit of inland. A bit of northern Victoria, but I haven't seen so much down here. But yeah, that was one just recently.
Jim, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all coming in. Ashley, if you talk to Kenny again, well, tell him I said hello.
I'm looking to see what else I got.
That's something out in Arizona. You've got some of the damnedest sunsets and sunrises out there the same way. A lot of color. I think a lot of the sand in the air.
Yeah, you're talking about the birds. This one's a rainbow lorikeet. Got lots of these around my place.
Ooh, boy, that thing's pretty.
Yeah. They're as funny as fits too.
Well, they've got a hooked beak, or they like a hawk?
No. They're a parrot. A parrot. But what they do is we have a gum nut, which is it's a flowering tree, but the nuts, they're like rocks, and the birds will crack them open to get the seeds and the nectar out of them and what have you. Yeah, I tell you what, if a lorikeet grabs hold of you, damn know you're alive. Yeah. But they eat they're nectar eating. They like the flower with the nut. Yeah, out of the usually Banksias, bottle brush. They go for that sort of thing. Hang on, see what else I got for you. I'm trying to pick up some bird photos for you. One thing about those rainbow lorikeets, you can't, just by looking at them, you can't tell the difference between the male and the female bird. They're both pretty much identical in colouring.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, normally the female is pretty dull coloured, but not so much with the lorikeets. Oh, here's. Oh no, that's not what I was after. I'm trying to. This is our one and only stork that we have here. It's called a bulger.
Ashley, I'm always messed up on time in Arizona because they don't do daylight savings time. It changes all the time.
Yeah, this one's it's of the the stork family. We've got two of them actually. The Jabiru and the Brolga are both up the top end of Australia.
How tall is that bird?
Well, it's a stork, so yeah, they'll stand about close on 3 feet high.
We got some crazy birds, sandhill cranes, and then that whooping crane, which is just about extinct. But them birds 5, 6 feet tall. They're huge.
Yeah, well, the taller birds that we've got beyond that is the cassowary and the emu, of course. They're getting more into your ostrich type size. Anyway, you can stop that one. I'll have a look and see what else I got for you to show you.
You like to take pictures?
Yeah, when I've been traveling around, I do. Yeah. Oh God, it was a blast from the past.
Hmm.
Oh, here's another one for Amy. We'll share this one with her. There you go. It's mum and bub.
Yeah, that's the same one you showed us a while ago. No, that isn't either. That's a big one and a little one in it.
Yeah, that's mum and bub. Yeah. But the koala has a pouch, and the little Joey spends the first several months of its life in the pouch. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Get out of that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna put this puppy outside.
He sounds like he's choking.
Yeah, he got something. I don't know if he's gagging or what. But That's one of the devil's marbles. Where was that? I'm trying to work out. I've got a photo here. It's of my brother up in Central Australia. And I'm trying to work out whether it was the Devil's Marbles or King's Canyon. I think he was at King's or the Olgas. Yeah. Anyway, it's Central Australia. He's either at King's Canyon or the Olgas or the Devil's Marbles there. neat country. Something got a big ass hole under that boulder.
Yeah, probably something's dug underneath it to make a burrow.
Yeah.
Now, what else have we got? Heap of junk.
Those little old bulldogs have got a small throat, and they'll do that every once in a while.
Yeah, or even just an irritation in the nasal cavity will cause him to gag like that too, because of their shortened snouts. God, there's hundreds and hundreds of damn photos here, and I'm trying to find it. I wonder how big this one is. Check out the colour of this one. I'm not even sure. I didn't take this photo, but it just impressed me so much that I downloaded it. But the colours, the red ochre colours, is stunning.
Oh yeah.
That'd be,
photograph looks like it's been touched up.
yeah, no, it hasn't been. I mean, you see everywhere up the top end, you'll see all that red ochre.
That's what I'm
Limestone.
saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Colors and everything are so vivid that
yeah. It's
looks like
fantastic.
it's touched.
Yeah. I think it could have come from Australia.com or whatever, where it originally come from, but just the colours were just spectacular. Yeah. I just love that. But
There's a place
that's what you'll see, places like that up north. Yeah.
up in Colorado. I used to go for September every year bow hunting, and the aspen trees are turning at that time. Oh, you can't take a picture of it. If you look on the side of one of them mountains one day, and there'll be one little old gold spot. Next day, it'll be half a mountain, and the next day, the whole damn mountain will be bright gold. And it is awful pretty. But it's just a few days of it being like that.
This is one of the spots in Victoria that does get snow in the winter months. That's Mount Buffalo, but there's certainly no snow around there now, in this photo anyway. My sister-in-law took this one.
Well, it didn't come up. Come on now.
There
There.
you go. Oops, sorry.
Pretty country.
Yeah, that's one of the winter snowfields here. But it's a short season, so that's the trouble. We've got Threadbow, Mount Buffalo. I think there's only been 2 or 3 snowfields, but yeah, you pay the national debt to get to them. I'm still looking for other photos for you to look at.
You know, I was probably born a couple hundred years too late. I wouldn't have been worth killing in all this country like in the U.S. or Australia and stuff. I could sure understand why some of them people pick a rifle up, stay gone a couple years, just trying to see what was over the next hill.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, well, I must admit, the best trip of my life, I mean, I've been to Europe twice, I've been to America twice, I've been to several parts of Asia, but nothing beats travelling around Australia, or certainly not for me anyway. These are a rare bird. You can still see them in the wild. Hang on, I've got to get them up. They're a pink cockatoo, or they're actually known as the Major Mitchell cockatoo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
different. They're different.
Yeah, pink cockatoo or the Major Mitchell. They're a pretty bird, but their numbers are dwindling. And I'm just trying to think where I was coming down through inland New South. I think I think it was the Warrego River we were on, and they were there in the wild. Only a handful of them, wasn't a lot. Yeah. Now, what else have we got? You getting sick of these, Ron? Tell me to stop if you want me to stop.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I enjoy wildlife. They're just, it's amazing in the difference around the country.
Yeah. Just let me check something here.
Amy, I saw Nate made it out there. Has he made the magic circle yet?
I'm trying to work out whether it's South Australia or Northern Territory. Hang on, I'm just Googling here for you. So it's Northern Territory. We were talking about the colours in that other one. This one here is possibly the similar area. It's called Ormiston Gorge. It's part of the McDonnell Ranges. Just it's south of Alice Springs, where Uluru is, or Ayers Rock. But you can see the colours there. Yeah.
I was reading Amy folks. Yeah, them colors are pretty too. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Ormiston Gorge. All right, what else have we got? These little fellas, these are pretty rife too. I haven't seen them down here, but our property up the top end of Victoria, we had them up there. They were quite frequent. These little guys are called rainbow bee eaters.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are they a hummingbird? I mean,
No, they're a lot larger than a hummingbird. They're probably about, I don't know, 7 inches in length. Yeah, but they're a fine-bodied bird. They're not a big-bodied bird, and they're like a little bit bigger than a swallow. Yeah, but they're bee eaters. Yeah. Rainbow bee eaters. And of course you've got, if I can find a picture of it, the koala. I'm seeing smiling faces here, little kids and koalas, and oh my God. And some of them I can't put up here.
Amy, I was watching another channel, and I can't think of that gal channel right now, but she was out there, and somebody had those red solo cups, had guys hanging on the rim like peeking over, naked, and everybody there in that club had one.
This one's too good not to share for you, Ron. You'll get a laugh out of this one. It's not of animals or anything Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. Yeah. Some seriously long faces there. Yeah.
I used to tell her, well, I got in trouble doing it. I don't know why it popped in my head, but I was up in South Dakota when sturgeon was going on. And when I pulled in there, there were some people, 6 or 7 people pulled in on one side. And one of them was riding a Triumph Bonneville, and I used to own one exactly like it. And I got out and started talking to them about those English bikes and how they leaked oil. But anyway, his wife or girlfriend walked up, and a pretty attractive lady. And she looked at me and said, You riding motorcycles for how long? I said, I don't know, about 20 years, I guess. She said, well, how many tattoos you got? I said, I haven't got any tattoos. She looked at me and said, that's hard to believe you rode a motorcycle that long and you haven't got any tattoos. And I said, well, in a few minutes, she asked me again, said, you sure you don't have any tattoos? I said, I'm positive. If the soap and water don't wash it off, I don't want no part of it. Well, me and the guy kept talking, and a minute she butted in again and said something about the tattoo. I turned around and looked at her and I said, I'm going to tell you what. That was the reason I don't have any tattoos. I said, I had a girlfriend, well-built young lady, about 20 years ago. She had a basset hound. Getting the line. I'll be down. Oh, she had a tiger head tattooed on her boob. And I saw her here the other day, and hell, they both look like basset hounds now. Mighty, she got mad, and the old I was talking to was on the ground laughing. I don't know what was going on, but Lord help. Sometimes it just slips out of my mouth.
Yeah, but some people deserve that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I've got another photo of this one somewhere. The Gouldian Finch, but there's various different colours of them, and I can't find the damn things. Hang on, I'll get out of OneDrive and I'll find them in another way. Hang 5. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Amy, do you take a lot of stills on your cruises, or you do mostly videos?
Here we go.
I used to have some good cameras and some good lenses, but these telephones have put them plumb out of business.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to keep moving it over so I can share the screen. God, you get RSI with all the number of buttons you got to click. Yeah. These are called, this is actually a painting, but they're called Gouldian Finches. They're in the wild here as well. They're pretty bird. All
Yeah,
vibrant
they are.
colours. Yeah. Yeah, vibrant colours.
I've never even seen a picture of those before.
Yeah. Yeah, Gouldin, Gouldian Finch. Yeah.
Awesome.
What else have we got? And these are plentiful. Hang on, I've got to zoom him out a bit for you.
Well, do y'all have any wild birds that they hunt to eat?
The only hunting seasons we have are for duck, and that was duck. Yeah. And I don't know that anything else is hunted.
Don't want to stutter when you say that.
Yeah, no, that one didn't come up. Did hang 5? I'll share it again. Window, share. Now we're cooking. This one's called a Crimson Rosella.
Well, I tell you what, he colored up pretty.
Yeah, and they're pretty plentiful. They're a seed eater again.
the wings are different color, but the head and the breast and everything look like we've got a red bird here that looks a whole lot like that. They call them a cardinal. And
Oh
male,
no, this is a parrot. I've seen your cardinals. No, it's a lot bigger. The Crimson Rosella is a lot bigger than he'd be. God, couple of tail included. A Rosella would be about 1.5 foot in
wow.
length. Yeah. Getting close on. Yeah. They're a largish bird. Yeah, not like your cardinal at all.
Amy's asking you a question about the mother bird.
What's she? In the Gouldian Finch. To be honest, Amy, I'm not 100% sure. Generally, the females are a duller colour to the males, and the only exception that I'm aware of is the rainbow lorikeet, where you can't identify the difference between a male and a female. In fact, breeders have to get them DNA tested to work out which is male and female. No doubt they can tell amongst themselves, but just by looking at them, you can't. Now, this is a funny little creature. Hang on, he's a lizard. And oh God, hang on, I've just screwed up everything here. Hang on, go wide. Now we're cooking. I closed my window down. This is a frilled neck lizard, and when they're frightened or whatever, they extend this neck fan. They get up on their back legs and they run like buggery to get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, they're quite large too, tail included. They'd be about 3 feet long. But the frilled neck lizard.
I saw a Natural Geographic on that lizard. Them suckers get on them hind feet and go.
He does. Yeah. When they're if they're frightened or threatened, they'll extend that flange around the neck, and it comes out like a big shroud. And they stand up on their back legs, and then they run like buggery. Yeah, they're quick as. Yeah, but you see signs up in the top end of Australia. You know how they with the burn-offs and what have you. Yeah, there's road signs around. Yeah, we like our lizards frilled, not grilled. Yeah.
I tell you what, I was reading we're talking hunting
go on, sorry.
They were talking about the iguanas down there in Florida, how bad they're getting. The iguanas are everywhere down there, tearing yards up and eating all the fruit off the trees. And they claim it's funny when it gets down below freezing that it'll look like it's raining iguanas. They'll get cold and fall out of them trees.
Yeah. Yeah, we have several lizards here, including bloody crocodiles. But the goanna, and there's a diamondback goanna lizard as well. And we've also got a bearded dragon. That's another photo I could show you if I can find it. It's one I took.
Like a kimono dragon?
No. A lot smaller. They'd only be about around about the 2 foot long, give or take.
I didn't know had any of those over there. They're on some islands not too far from you, aren't they?
What was that?
That kimono dragon, that one that gets it's huge.
Yeah.
The deer.
Isn't that limited to one of the islands?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with it. I've never come across one. I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to find that. Oh, here he is. This little guy is a bearded dragon, and I took this photo up in where we are, just the other side of Broken Hill, which is on the it's in New South Wales, just over the border of Victoria. Hang on, I'm just got to blow it up a bit for you. Okay. Oh, damn it! I did that again. We got to move it, and it enlarges. It takes up the whole screen. There you go. The bearded dragon. But when I was trying to move up close to this guy, and he was sunning himself on that rock where he's sitting, and I could just about hear him thinking. He's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and with that, I just took half a step closer. He was gone. He turned tail and bolted. Big chicken.
Well, hello, Michael Ann. I didn't see you come in.
Yeah.
Them are some them Komodo dragons are some nasty looking deal.
I'm just trying to think. What else we've got that's.
You know, they got some islands.
These are interesting. These are called sugar gliders, and they're a type of possum, I guess you could say. Hang on, I'm just going to go zoom it out a bit. But they're unique in that they. Hang on, I'll call it up. They literally fly from one tree to the next. They're only little, only tiny. But yeah, they're a sugar glider. But you'll see how the appendage between their legs opens out into like a parachute, and they literally jump from one tree to another and glide.
They sell some of these sugar gliders in the pet stores here in the States.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because they're protected under law. So whether they've been bred domestically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we've got a squirrel here in the United States. There's some in Texas and East Texas. They call it blind squirrel, and it's a full-size squirrel, but it does the same thing as that sugar glider. Just jump spread out, go a long way. I'm funny. That's funny what fly from one tree to the other.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is probably be the closest thing we'd have to a squirrel anyway. But it's a lot smaller. I mean, they're not very big at all. Yeah. But or is that the pygmy I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. But there you go.
They're not very big. They're more tail than they are body.
Yeah. Michael Ann's right. Yeah, Komodo. Yeah. Yeah, well, we've got quite a few different lizards here, but I don't think any of them are of any danger to anyone.
Well, you know,
As I said, with the exception of the crocodiles, even the Johnson Fresh River crocs won't worry you, simply because we're larger than them. And but you get the saltwater crocs, and God, some of them get so big you could just about ski behind them.
well, you know, we've got a saltwater croc over here too. They can get as big as y'all. But And then we got the gators. We don't have a whole lot of those crocs.
Yeah, we don't have any alligators here. We've got the crocs. But the biggest one I've seen in the wild, it was actually in the water supply for Darwin. I think that's is it the Moondara Dam? And this damn thing was in fresh water. I mean, it's a saltwater croc, but they'll go in fresh, no worries, wouldn't even bat an eyelid. And it would have had to have been easy, 14, 15 feet long. Yeah. In fact, a friend that we had is now passed away. But when they were building that dam, he was riding shotgun and protecting the workers from crocodile. Yeah, yeah.
You know, when I was down in Australia, Bob, that buddy of mine that lived there, we went out to a little river that was rocky and pretty clear. And there were signs everywhere: "Do not swim."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and there were kids swimming in that water and grown people and everything else. I walked up and said something to an older guy sitting there. I said, "Man, all these signs about crocodiles around here, and everybody's in the water swimming." He said, they don't get nobody but once every 2 or 3 years. So nobody pays much attention to them.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. No, I still reckon the only thing they're good for is handbags and shoes. But you get above the tropical Capricorn in Australia, and yeah, it's open slather for crocs. But and of course, with the warming in the climate, they're slowly moving south with the warmer waters. But yeah, the majority of them are up above the tropical Capricorn. And personally, they can stay there.
Gators in the United States, they protected them for a while. Now there's alligators everywhere, and I live Brazos River from where I live is 480 miles to go, and we've got crocs now, not crocs, gators now up within 25 miles of migrating up the river. And then they raised a ton of them things, you know, for the meat and for the...
Yeah, we've got crocodile farms too up north, yeah.
A bunch of... I've ate croc. I mean, I've ate gator before, but I don't really care for it too much.
Yeah, no, you won't get me touching it. But they don't, as far as I know, they're protected here. But I know they do, like if they've got one that's causing a lot of problems or whatever, you know, taking cattle or whatever. This is all up in the top end. Yeah, I think they can get the permit to either relocate it. A lot of those, you know, crop farms and that'll take them, or shoot it. Yeah, especially if it's killed somebody.
Yeah, over here, if they get an animal that kills somebody or attacks somebody, usually they'll put them down if they find them.
Yeah.
I was down in Louisiana. I went down there to buy an airboat, and I went to this company to look at one boat they had, and they said, "You want to go with us? We're fixing to run up." I said, "There's people got an alligator in the swimming pool. We're going to go get him out of there." But a bunch of us got on that airboat, rode up there, and they roped that alligator like a cow, put him up, and
they jump on its back, and about 3 or 4 big blokes jump on its back and flatten it down, and then tie its legs back. And no, bugger that for a joke. That's not my idea of fun.
What's funny is that alligator can just crush anything in his mouth, but he can't open his mouth. You can take one hand and hold his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Take
They just tape it with a bit of PVC tape. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that keeps them shut. But nah, they're not my cup of tea.
We loaded that thing in that airboat and run about 25 miles up in the swamp, dumped it out, turned it loose, you know.
Yeah,
They said about half the time they'll show back up the same area.
yeah.
But
They're prehistoric. Yeah, yeah. Oof. No thanks.
what?
Yeah, but you talk about swimming holes. Hang on, I've got a. We actually went swimming in a place called Wangi Falls, again in Northern Territory. And hang on, I've just got to find it. Yeah. And God, there you go. Now, where are we? I don't know whether I've got it in the top end. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think I've shown this before. Hang on, I've got to view it and zoom out a bit. Oops. No. Hang on, zoom out. It's going to have to be a smaller size. I can't. God almighty, I did it again. Stop doing that. It keeps enlarging to a full screen, and then I can't see the share button.
Michael Ann, how you doing tonight? You all quiet.
Yeah, that's called Wangi Falls. And apparently the crocs will get in there too. Like, you know, when they have the wet season up there, yeah, the crocs will get in there. But fortunately, there were no crocs in there. Gee, it was pretty. It was a packed lunch and a compass to get to it, but yeah, on dirt tracks and what have you. But it was crystal clear waters, and yeah, a nice place to cool off. You know, because you get up the top end and it's nothing to be in the 40s for days. You know, 40 degree Celsius, which is, you know, 110, 115. Yeah, temperature. Yeah, that's when you know you're alive.
Well,
Okay.
what is the land sale for over there if you're out there?
The land.
Yeah. What does it cost an acre?
Oh. Well, it depends on where you are. Like in the city areas.
No, I mean out in the country, not city.
Oh, I don't know what it is a hectare. You know, like you get out in the stations and that, and like you're talking hundreds of thousands of hectares. You know, and you're talking millions of dollars for them. Yeah, simply because of the vast distance that they cover. But they, like, if they're cattle stations, they have to have, you know, vast areas of land just to feed the cattle, and the cattle roam. Yeah, but and they round them up with helicopters and what have you. But like more like inland, you know, like inland from the coastal areas here. Again, like it depends on state to state too. But it's hard to say. Like generally, a farm is, I think it's about a minimum 40 hectares. But for 40 hectares, you know, you could be looking at. It depends on how arable the soil is, and you know, and what have you for farming purposes. You know, you could be anywhere, you know, between a million, million and a half, 2 million, whatever. Yeah. It just depends, I guess. You know, it just depends on it depends on where it is. You know, like if the land's like the grain is relatively flat, you know, and there's easy farm for grain and things like that. Well, and access to water. Access to water is a big thing. Like your water rights is even getting hold of those. Is you got to be pretty lucky to get enough water to supply, unless you're along the rivers or something like that. But then what they pay for their water rights is through the roof too. So, and you can't even make your own dam on it without paying water diversion rights. Yeah, they stitch you up.
I was down there the last time. Now, it was out up country. You could have bought land down there then. That's been years ago. About like 50 cents an acre. All the land you want to buy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it depends on your years too. Like, put it this way, like if farmers can hang on to their land as long as they can, like through the droughts and things like that. You don't try not to sell a property, in bad years, obviously. But you look at residential sites down here. I mean, what's my site is 700 just under 750 metres square, the actual block size, and plus the house. That's got to go for easy $1 million. Yeah, where I am here. Yeah, maybe if I'm lucky, a little bit more.
Like just here.
Yeah. But what they're doing these days is, like they're going for the bigger blocks, residential blocks here, and what they're doing is bowling the existing homes on them and building up townhouses. They'll, depending on the size of the block and the what have you, they might put half a dozen townhouses on it. And, to me, especially around here now, how it's getting now, like all these townhouses and that, they're just like bloody dog kennels. But the worst part about it is they're all going, they're putting multiple dwellings onto sites. And but the existing infrastructure, like water drainage and stuff like that, sewage, etc., is 100-year-old service, but they're pumping all this multiple dwellings onto them, and we get any reasonable rain here, and down the road from me here, not probably only a couple of miles as the crow flies. They get flash flooded out, and I mean that's businesses and all down there. It's everything's become a cement city, and that's and the drainage just can't cope with it. It's just ludicrous. And the urban sprawl now is extending out so far into rural lands now. With multiple urban development. It's unbelievable. Like just north of me here, there's effectively only 2 roads access to it, and one's further to the east, and the other one's to the south. But there's thousands of homes in between, and peak hour traffic. Like people trying to head to work and things like that. It's a grid. It's like the 2 roads are like parking areas. Yeah.
Getting that way here too.
Yeah.
People are moving into Texas, like from California and some of these other states. They just coming in by the thousands.
Yeah.
It just California just started things. Getting a lot of businesses in, but everywhere you look, apartment complexes. I mean, they're just. I bet you I can name off 25 or 30 apartment complexes right now.
Hands to wet. Yeah, and well, I've seen some of the not I've seen it on TV and things like that. I haven't actually seen it on the ground. But, all their major freeways and that, they're just parking lots too. So then the pollution levels that they get, and it's enough to choke you. At least you can get fresh air here.
Like I say, I think I was born 100 years too late or 200. I just don't like. I'm not a crowd person. I'm not comfortable in it. Like people go to ball games, football games and stuff like that. I don't like to be around that damn many people.
Yeah, well, and of course, since this COVID hit, like I've certainly been. What stymied me first up was the fires back in 2020 over the Christmas period, and I was literally, I was, hundreds of miles away from most of the fires and that, but the smoke pall over the state was unbelievable. Because, it wasn't only Victoria that was on fire. Half of Victoria was on fire. Half of New South Wales was on fire and into Queensland as well. So right up the east coast. And depending on prevailing winds. And, that really rattled me. And, health-wise it did. And, I think there was about three nights in the wee hours of the morning. I woke up out of a dead sleep thinking the house was on fire. Yeah, and you'd look out the front window here and you couldn't see the road, just out front. Yeah, just with a pall of smoke. But, and then, of course, COVID hit. So, I've been laying pretty low, trying to stay out of it, virtually ever since. And to be honest, and because our numbers are just astronomical at the moment with this, the Delta virus, and which is on the wane, and of course this omnivirus, our hospitals are choked, and we're losing, 8 to 10 people a day, with it. So. So I'm vaccinated and that, but thanks very much, but I'll stay out of it. I see today Kevin Nomad, the Nomok, he's heading to his mum. He's not well, and his dog's not well, and it's possible that he may have COVID as well. So,
that new strain they've got out, it's a lot more contagious.
Yeah, it's not as bad, but it certainly is. It's virulent here. The numbers that are actually testing positive for it, just in my state alone, is astronomical. You're talking thousands a day are testing positive with it here.
But it's not near as deadly.
No.
Or like
No, but with my reduced immune system and that, I just don't want to run the gauntlet with it. I do what I have to do. I, go out and grocery shop and what have you, but pretty much stick to my area and I'm not sort of putting myself out there.
These fires y'all had over there, how many years ago has that been?
Well, the last we've still got fires going, in various spots now, but nothing's raging. The last raging fire that we had that caused so much damage was Christmas Christmas and just after, 2019, 2020.
Well, if y'all got enough rain, is that stuff starting to grow back or?
Oh, yeah, it does. But, of course, naturally it takes time to regenerate. But, we've had a lot of rain this year. Well, last year, up till, even summertime this year was really late in starting. It's only just starting to really warm up now, which is unusual because normally by December we've got hot weather and hot weather that'll stay well into February. But it's been up and down like a new bride's 90 in recent times. But
there's some trees and stuff over here that some pine trees and some other trees that if the seeds don't go to a forest fire, they'll never sprout.
Yeah, well, that's with a lot of eucalyptus here too. It it takes fire for it to regenerate.
Like, fire's a bad boy. It's a bad deal that they had them 2 fires up in Colorado and Kansas. That burned up 80-mile-an-hour winds, and a forest fire don't work.
Mm.
It burned. I think that one fire burned 900 houses up the last I heard.
Yeah, and of course, with the eucalypt too, like if you get stinking hot days on end, the actual eucalyptus oil exudes into the atmosphere, and it just takes a lightning strike and kaboom, she's up. Yeah, and and of course everything gets tinder dry and what have you, and I see Amy's talking about the fundraiser for the Australian fires. Yeah, we were in deep trouble, and didn't matter what we threw at it, we couldn't stop it. And but there was big contingents of Canadians that came out, big contingents of Americans that came out, firefighters, and it was in those fires that we actually lost one of the American firefighting planes, went down in it, they crashed, and I think there was five on board were killed, and that devastated us. I forget the company that they worked with, but it's a big firefighting crowd out of America, and those poor guys, went down with the plane. But
I read a story up in Oregon on the Pacific North Coast. They had a big fire up there, and when they were cleaning it up, taking care of all the hot spots, they found a guy that was dead, found a body, and he had a scuba.
yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
You read that?
yeah, yep.
That
Yeah,
plane,
he's got sucked up by one of the aircraft. Yeah,
plane scooped him up and dropped him in the middle of that forest fire.
yeah.
Don't you know that was a hell of a ride?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been getting scooped up. The fall would have got him. Yeah, hitting the ground would have been his demise.
They, I think it was where they found him was like 100 miles inland.
Yeah.
They were different salt water up.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, folks, it's 1 o'clock. We've been on here for nearly 2 hours. I think I'm gonna shut this dude down. And
All right.
enjoyed everybody coming up, and I appreciate it. We'll do it again.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone have a pleasant night. Sleep well, whatever time it is over with whoever's there, and you'll catch her again.